Word up, everybody. Welcome to Word of the Day with Comedians. I am your host, Dead Air Dennis Maller. And joining me on the program today is comedian, yoga instructor, and mom, and probably has a cooler background than I do with a brick wall because comedy needs to be done in front of a brick wall. It's Orchid Cameron.
Thanks, Dead Air Dennis. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for joining us today all the way from sunny California, where I'm in sunny Boston, which means the sun's out, but it's still freaking cold.
Oh man, it's so beautiful here. Me and Fiona, my 6-year-old, just spent yesterday at the beach, and it was just perfect weather.
I do like how prior to us recording when you were getting set up, hey, I'm going to go record a podcast. Don't bother Ollie for a little bit. Also, don't stick those in your ears or nose. Like that's peak parenthood right there. Is going. Please don't bother me. These... Also, whatever that is, don't put that in your face. Don't put that. They're
tiny little pony beads. Do you know what a pony bead is? It's like what goes at the end of your hair if you braid your hair. They're little tiny beads.
Okay.
They're perfect nostril and ear hole size, and there's just something about children where they're like, you know where this should go.
Don't put that in your ear. I'm like, oh, all right then.
Yeah. So this morning she was swimming face down in a sandbox. And so when she came up, she had like a full beard of sand. And then when we walked home, she's like, Mommy, I still have sand in my nose.
Yeah, that's going to be there for the next 2 weeks, honey.
And I'm just like, oh, is that comfortable? You can't tell kids things. You have to ask them. It's the Socratic method. You can't teach them anything by telling them. It's just like, how does that feel? Actually, how does sand shoved up your nose feel? Oh, okay. Interesting.
Now I just want to see your daughter just go face first swimming through sand, pop up and just like blow her nose, and then sand comes shooting out her. All right, and that now brings us to our word of the day. Our word of the day today is Bilbo. And let me make sure that is the correct pronunciation because I can't be trusted to pronounce words because I went to 6 years at community college and didn't graduate. So that's why we have the artificial intelligence, Annie, the pronouncer bot, who will tell us and make sure I'm saying the word Bilbo correctly.
Bilbo.
Yep.
You're so smart as a robot, Dennis. You're smart as a robot.
Now, of course, I know the word Bilbo because I'm a nerd and I watched the Lord of the Ring movies. I didn't read the Lord of the Ring books because I'm a nerd, but I'm also mostly illiterate. So I watched the Tolkien cartoons and then the movies. So I know the word Bilbo, but apparently Bilbo is an actual word, not just from a fictitious name of a character, but it also apparently stands for a long bar of iron with sliding shackles used to confine the feet of prisoners, especially on shipboard.
That era, that sounds exactly like marriage.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the second definition. Probably also relates to marriage. The second definition is the word sword, which apparently a lot of marriages has stabbings anyway. So.
Well, the funny part of that is I was reading about the sword version, and it's a bendable sword. It's not like a firm sword. It's a floppy, sad, married sword.
Our did you know fact is first known use of Bilbo as a type of shackle was in 1557, perhaps originating from Bilbao, Spain. The second definition of the type of sword likely also comes from Bilbao, Spain, where the sword was crafted beginning in 1587. Bilbo is the name of the hero of J.R.R. Tolkien's novel The Hobbit, which was printed in 1937. His real Hobbit name is Bilba, which is of unknown meaning, but this was altered by Tolkien in order to use the more masculine O ending. In the novel, Bilbo Baggins is recruited by the wizard Gandalf to join the quest to retake Mount Erebor from the dragon Smaug.
I read the books in elementary school. You didn't read the books in elementary school?
No, to be honest, I've only read 2 books all the way through. And even
in your
school,
life?
In my entire life, I've only, not counting comic books, obviously, or graphic novels. I won't count those. One of them is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, good one.
By Douglas Adams. And then the other one was, I asked people, please don't judge me for this, How I Lost 5 Pounds in 6 Years, the autobiography of Tom Arnold.
Oh, no, that's good. Tom Arnold's cool. I've been on set with him. I think he's a super nice person. I thought he was really sweet to everybody. I don't know. I was playing a waitress. If you were like, hey, do you remember that girl Orchid when she was in a movie with you? He would be like, no.
Oh, he'll probably go, yes, because he's that nice of a guy, but really inside he's like, no, why would I remember that? But yeah, so you've read the Tolkien novels. Are you big into fantasy stuff, or is it one of those I read it because it's one of those things that we have to read growing up in this day and age?
I'm not big on fantasy, honestly. I like to read nonfiction. I read a lot of how-to books, or I'll get obsessed with topics and just read everything about that topic. Like I'm really into architecture. And I went through a phase where I just read everything there is to know about polished concrete. Like obsessed with polished concrete. And then another week I'll be like,
to know how to build that giant brick wall behind you.
I'll be like, do you know about octagon houses? Because they're amazing. And I'll just like read about the history of round houses to modern round houses and who's making prefab round houses and who's, just like the who's who of roundhouse building. Like, so I think what I'm saying is I've surpassed the nerdiness of my childhood of reading Tolkien novels to just reading. Yeah, just I like want to learn how to do things. So like I'm obsessed with learning.
You graduated from fantasy nerdiness to actual real life nerdiness.
Real life practical nerdiness, exactly. My daughter's pretty similar to me. I have to hide all the power tools or she'll use them. Like, even if she
how
just
else
has
is she going to get the pony beards out of your ear without a drill press?
If I don't hide even just a screwdriver, she'll unscrew and rescrew everything in the house. She'll just like put a bunch of holes in the drywall because she's so excited to use tools.
I know that's how I was as a kid. I would take so many things apart and then fail at putting them back together.
She can put things back together. She's actually legit handy. I've had her put furniture together, like more complicated than IKEA furniture, like other furniture. She'll build whole things. I made her build her own Christmas present.
Now all I'm picturing her is underneath the sink like a plumber, plumber's crack, just going at the J bend underneath the sink, being like, "Well, here's your," and then popping out is just a 7-year-old kid with grease all over her face, like, see, here's your problem here. Your trap got clogged up with all the hair. What you need to do is you need to get a little straightener at the top to stop all the hair. And then wipes her hand off with a dirty cloth that comes out of her back pocket.
A lot of people like love babies and they're like, oh my gosh, babies are so cute. And other people are like, love cars till they speak like jargon about it. You know how people are like super excited about cars? That's how much I love contractors. I love plumbers and electricians and HVAC technicians. I'm like, oh, little tradespeople.
Some guys, on a Saturday night go out and go to a strip club and drink. You on a Sunday morning go to Home Depot.
I love Home Depot. So funny. If I go to Home Depot in my paint clothes, no one will help me, not even the people who work there. But if I wear a dress and lipstick, everyone helps me, even people who don't work there. One guy approached me and he's like, I don't normally do this, but can I buy you dinner? And I just like straight said, will you tile my bathroom? And he was just like, how big is your bathroom?
Which, by the way, now that's a new set of romance novels that you need to start writing, is romance novels of just Home Depot contractor euphemisms.
So for you, you're picturing a guy with his shirt off and big muscles doing the tile, and that's the sexy part for you. But for me, having a nice bathroom, that's sexy enough. Like there's no...
Well, in fairness, I'm not picturing Fabio asking you. I am picturing a balding fat guy whose belly button is probably sticking out of his stained wife beater t-shirt. His name's Carl, of course. And he's like, hey, you know what, little lady? And he's picking his belly button while it's like, hey, let me take you to dinner sometime. And by dinner, he means the hot dog cart out front of Home Depot. And it was like, yeah, we'll get you a hot dog. You get mustard if you want, or relish. I got relish money. And then I'll, tell you a bathroom.
Bacon wrap hot dogs are the street food in LA. Do you know about this bacon wrapped hot dog thing?
I've heard of people wrapping hot dogs in bacon.
Every time you leave a club drunk at like 2 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning, there's all these little carts that they're making bacon wrapped hot dogs on. Can you imagine trying to resist that while drunk?
Being unable to resist hot dogs is how I got in this condition. I'm made up of not being able to resist hot dogs. I'm 85% hot dog.
You're 85% hot dog. Yeah, I'm on a pretty strict pizza and cereal diet myself. I slipped up today and had a salad, but, one day at a time.
You know what? You eat what you can when you have it. Like, nothing wrong with eating a comfort food salad. There's, it's a dreary day. Salad is going to hit the spot when you're sad.
When you're sad and lonely, just have a salad.
If that was the truth, oh man, I wouldn't need to have not one but 2 cardiologists. All right, we have officially picked our word of the day. We have defined it, and we have created a sentence using it in context. And to present all that for you is my guest, Orchid Cameron.
Hi. So our word of the day is Bilbo, a long bar of iron with sliding shackles used to confine the feet of prisoners, especially on shipboard. And it also means sword. And the sentence is, Carl got locked into a Bilbo after he thought the woman in a dress at Home Depot was flirting with him when she asked if he could tile her bathroom, and then he flopped out as Bilbo.
Excellent. Perfect. All right, everybody, we've officially expanded our vocabulary by one more word today. I want to thank all of you for watching or listening, and for those who are subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't done so, go ahead and do that. That way you can continue to expand your vocabulary the funniest way possible each and every day that you listen or watch the program. And also, I want to thank Orchid Cameron, my guest, for helping us choose this word and to come up with the sentence. Please, Orchid, tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me on orchidcameron.com and my Instagram at orchidcameron.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And don't forget to word up. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Word of the Day with Comedians all the way to the end. I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to continue to keep expanding your vocabulary the funniest way possible, I recommend clicking this box right here to watch our latest episode. Of course, stay up to date with everything by subscribing or listening to Word of the Day with Comedians on the go by downloading it on iTunes or Spotify.